So the first step in me solving a cube is to get the four corners of any one face. Once I've got that, I'll look on the bottom, and what I'm going to do is, when I've already got it here, I've got that 3 in a diagonal line. This is the main algorithm that I suppose that I have worked out to complete those corners. I start with the right-hand side. I can start with either side, but I've just habitually got the right-hand side because I'm right-handed. I can easily manipulate that side, and I can do that more quickly than with the left hand. So I bring that down and towards me. I take the bottom and I bring that around clockwise twice, and then the side back up, bottom anti-clockwise 1, bring that back down, and now I've completed that again, but what I've done is I've reconfigured the ones on the bottom. Now I can see that none of the corners have a yellow in it, which means I know that I'm in position to be able to repeat that pattern. What I did when I first started this, I would do it again, and I would do that twice, and then back, and then 1, and then back, and then down, and then back. Now you can see I've got another yellow there. Then I'd go down, and I would go twice, and back, and I would do that several times to get that pattern. And now I've got those 4 corners, but they're not quite solved. In the layer's not solved, so I haven't got all the corners. But I've got an easier method to do that, a quicker method to do that. Now that I've got these, and they're in the wrong position, I have to shift these the yellows around a little bit. The way I do that is I bring that down, and then the bottom goes clockwise, and then I bring that up, and then rather than bringing that back around, I'm sending that back around once, down, around, and now I've got that white there which I want to shift to there. So I bring it back 1, and that has actually reconfigured the ones on the bottom so that I can now repeat the sequence and maneuver these into the right position. You'll notice I've got the 2 yellows on the side. That's the side I'm moving first. 1, 1, 2, back, bring back 1, down, and here. Now I should have a diagonal with the yellows on the bottom. I rotate that clockwise, so I've got the diagonal going down from right down to left, and now I can do a sequence which is similar to the one I did before, but an abbreviated version. So I'm going to bring it down, back twice, up, back once, back down, back once, back up, back once, and now I complete it. In fact, I've missed one, and that has now completed for those bottom corners. And now I've solved for all corners. If I was doing a 2x2 cube, this would be solved already. My next step is to complete the white face. And I just complete that whichever way I find easy and quick. Okay, in this instance, where I've got a white on the bottom, I'll bring it into the position where it's directly underneath the one that it needs to be in, and then I'll rotate that into position like so. And I can now do that on the other side. That's quite quick to do. Now I've got a layer, I've got a face, and I've got all the corners. I apologise if I'm not great at describing this, but as I don't know any algorithms, I don't know the codes or the way that the algorithms are communicated. So I've now got the corners on the yellow side, the corners on the white side, which I'm concentrating on, and I want this middle layer. What I'm looking for on the bottom is a piece that's out of place that doesn't have any yellow in it. So you can see that's got a blue and a yellow. I can't use that one, but that's got a red and a green. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn so that I can maneuver that red into position where I've got the green on the bottom of where I want it. And I use that same method to put that in place. But now I need to recover the white. And so I've got the white on the bottom here. It always turns out this way. I can then just maneuver that into position, and then I recover all of the others. So now I'm starting to build up my yellows on the bottom face. There's a yellow and a green. I can't use that because there's yellow in it. And now there's a blue and a red there. And so we've got the blue and we've got the red this way. So if I maneuver the blue, I've got the red on the bottom there again, in the same way as I did before, and now I need to recover that white on the top. And I look on the bottom for where there isn't a yellow. There is a yellow there, but there's green and orange, which means I can move that into position where the green is. So you can see there's the green and the green, but the orange needs to be up here. So I put it in place and recover the white face. And now I've got that second layer. The way I then move things along is I try and get one of the other faces. So I now ignore the fact that I've got that white face, and I'm going to go for the red one. Red normally works. As you can see here, I've got the red and the yellow. I'm going to maneuver that into place, and in the same way as I do all the other middles, I'm going to move that up and recover that green, and now I've got that red face. So now, as if that was the white one from before, I'm now going to solve the middle layer again. So that's a blue and a white. Now the blue and the white's over here. It's not in the right position, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to change where that is in the same way as I do things from before, simply because I can now find where that blue and white is elsewhere. In fact, it's down here, but there's the green and the yellow. So I can now get that green and the yellow, same method as I was doing it for the whites before. I've now got the blue and the white is already there, but so yellow and blue. So I can solve for the yellow and blue in the same way. I'm just putting those middle positions in place, recovering for the face that I had before. And if I carry on doing that, I've now got this yellow and green. I want the yellow to be moved around, recover for the red, and now it's solved. And that's my method for solving a cube.